jury day. There was a skydiver I supposedly went out with. I don't consider death relationships a relationship at all. So, I'm a completely different person. That maybe I'll just say I had one relationship because it was real. Okay, no lie. On my part, unfortunately, I liked a guy and I couldn't get the guy away from me. Like, I was like, well, if I should tell my boyfriend about you. I mean, he's my boyfriend. You don't notice that we're going out for a whole year? It's like, oh, we dated for 3 years. Okay, you're on fucking whiskey and smoking too much pot. So, like, you're a little out there that you think we went out for 3 years when I went out with this guy for Mark Pesnowski for a whole year. Okay. And it was all my fault that we broke up because I did not communicate. Well, I kind of like this other guy. And then I would have figured out, oh, this isn't the guy for me. Maybe I would have went out back with Mark. Okay? But no, it didn't end up that way. And, okay, what? Oh, I was bringing up relationships, right? And that would have been the only relationship. Because it was real, right? All the other, whatever you want to call them, they were all death relationships. None of the guys are, like, worthwhile. Okay. None. Okay. Absolutely none. Not with the way I felt and all that. And I did go out with a guy that knew I didn't want to go out with me, but he didn't think I was ever harmed when I told him. And then he wanted to cheat on me with his woman. And I felt death, actually, when I cheated on him one time with his woman. It was wrong. I felt death. Alright, so that was a death relationship, right? It's just, whatever. We really didn't get along, okay? He looked at me as a retard, and I was. Like, what can I say? I was pretty stupid. Alright, now, this one guy was a skydiver, and he totally took advantage of me. He became my pay representative in 2014, and, he stole $1,500 from me because I had, a rebate check, and then he took some money out. He didn't give me all my money, and the bank showed me, what he stole, so that's how I became my own pay representative, just for a little tiny bit of time. Okay. So, his, dad, this other skydiver, knew his sister, and she was child molested. But I was like, hey, you're child molested too. All these people are child molested where I live. And then her mom, the skydiver, said that she was a whore. This girl at Head Start was a worker, said that she was a whore. Your parents should not say that their daughters are whores. And why would they be saying that? Because they might be child molesters. So I thought of that, like, right away. I was keyed up on that. Like, I knew that. Like, why would you go falsely accuse? Why do men call women whores? Because they are. Many men, men are pigs, and they're cheaters, and, like, all the guys that I went out with, and the skydiver, he was a major cheater. I mean, he had a sick girlfriend at home, I mean, wherever they lived at, and he cheated on her. And he was just an asshole. He didn't know what the hell he was doing and shit. So I'm just gonna bring up that he's a narcissist too. But he didn't, like, beat me up. But he didn't, like... But he could never, ever... I mean, he had a hell of a lot of problems. Like, finances, he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was too insane. Alright. So, he stole approximately $1,500 from me. Alright. Being my pay representative. And then, on top of that, he, let's see. I always bought distilled water. So I'd go out of my way and buy distilled water. And he worked at Crystal Water, Spring Water, Cloister Water. And he's like, oh, I can, you don't have to do that. Oh, I work there. I can get you whatever you want. Have it for free. He never did that one time. That's what I'm talking about, insane abusers. They go and tell the world, oh, well, I work at Cloisters. She doesn't have to get the water. I don't know why she goes out of her way to get water. I bring it home for her all the time. Not one time. He bought 6 gallons for his friend, not for me. That's just the way insane abusers are. Like, the person who they say, the person they make their victim, they say that they help him out, they do all kinds of things for him, and look what he did to me. He fucking was using me. He stole my money, wanted to have sex with me. He was just an asshole. That's all my just relationships. They are all assholes. They're like, there's not one good one, except, my first one, and I messed up with that, but I didn't have, I didn't communicate properly. Right. The guy wouldn't listen. Okay. So, I'm not going out with you for 3 years. Like, I'm going out with him, so if I go out with you, then I have to break up with him. And, right. And he was a Jehovah's Witness anyway, so he was messed up. Because in his little delusional religion world, he says everyone, wow, and this is what New Agers think too, everybody can have it good. We have enough resources on this planet for everyone to have it good. And that's not true. In all reality, I really don't think that that's true. That's why you always had the rich and you always had the poor. You always had the kings and queens and the peasants. And that's just rotten. And that's the way history has always ran. You always had the pharaohs and the people who should just kill themselves. The slaves, the pharaohs, the slaves to the... that's just the way it was. The entire history. Children are slaves to their parents. They don't have a choice. How many abusive parents are there? There's too many to count. And they were abused, but they shouldn't abuse their kids. Right? And there is no help out there. Like, real help. Like, all you need is a place. That's all you need to try to get it together. And not have insane abusers, like, trying to fuck with you. Like I always had in my life. I never ever, had a caring person but Susan Chappelle. And she got Alzheimer's right away, and within 1 year. It's sad. Uh, I guess she was my pay for 2 years, but I had so much going on. She should have dissed me, and she didn't like me right away, which is understandable. I wouldn't like me either. Where's your children staying at? Well, the father of your children is staying there, and you're not. I don't want to know the situation. I wouldn't want to know it either, right? So, she's high quality. I'm white trash. What can I say? And pretend I'm not narcissist doesn't say anything at all, because he is white trash. How can you do that? Put those really bad pronouns